Fox Sports.
We are Baltimore. We are Minnesota.
Two to Aaron Hicks. High chopper over the mound. Romine to his left. Hicks has beaten it out. And the Twins beat the Tigers.
How about that? There's your high chopper over the mound.
What a comeback by the Twins.
Aaron Hicks delivering a game winner for the Twins in the bottom of the ninth. Minnesota squared the series with a 4-3 win last night. Hicks' second walk-off winning hit for the Twins this season. Kenny Vargas had another big night with 3 hits, including a triple and a home run. It's the deciding game of the 3-game series tonight at Target Field. Kyle Gibson will go for Minnesota. At home this season, he's 4-4. The Twins have lost each of his last 5 starts. He tries to get back on track and earn his 12th win of the year. On the other side, David Price, a former Cy Young Award winner, 3-3 in 8 starts since being acquired by the Tigers. Price is one of baseball's winningest pitchers over the last 5 seasons. Welcome to Target Field with Jack Morris. I'm Anthony LaPanta. Late in the season, it's been all about the young stars for the Minnesota Twins, and few have been brighter than Kenny Vargas, who right now is 9th in the American League among all rookies with runs batted in. And keep in mind, he's played only 43 games.
He's a special type of player. I think he has that infectious smile, a lot like Kirby Puckett did, like Torrey Hunter did. He's a guy that wants to be good. He works very hard, but what really sets him apart is he's got power from both sides of the plate. And right now, he's putting the barrel of the bat on the ball. So everything he hits, it seems like it's hit really hard. He's just having a whale of a start to his major league career.
Vargas and the Twins trying to solve David Price here tonight and win a series against the defending division champion Tigers. Up next, more on the pitching matchup here at Target Field tonight.
Is presented by Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs at Menards. And by Ram. Come in and get a great deal during Ram Truck Month going on now. It's been far too long for the Twins to win a series. They have a chance to do that here tonight against the Detroit Tigers. Dick Bramer along with Bert Blyleven. And we've got an interesting pitching matchup, we think, for you. Another Cy Young Award winner for the Tigers. David Price going against Kyle Gibson. Second time this year that they've faced each other on the mound, and the Twins are hoping for a different result this time.
Yeah, that's when David Price was still with the Tampa Bay Rays, but now is a Detroit Tiger. He'll be making his 9th start for the Tigers, and the last 4 have been spotty, but you can see the innings pitch other than that one against the New York Yankees. This guy is an innings eater, leading the American League in innings pitched and also strikeouts with 250. So no fooling around with David Price on the mound. He attacks the strike zone.
And from Kyle Gibson, his first full year in the big leagues has been marked by some very good starts and some very bad ones.
Yeah, you know what? When he is on, 8 times he has pitched 6 or more innings of shutout baseball. He's going to need that here tonight. But when he's off, you see the high earned run average. Hopefully he's on tonight, meaning he'll get a lot of ground ball outs.
Twins got a good start last night from Ricky Nolasco, eventually won a ball game. They hope that will happen again here tonight with Kyle Gibson on the mound. What we saw last night on a picture-perfect evening at Target Field reminded us why we love baseball. We saw play after play after play. Perhaps we saw something we've never seen before, something we may never see again for that matter. What we saw was great hustle and great passion. Disappointment becoming exuberance as a timely hit turned men into boys. At the end of the month, it all comes to a close. So with 11 games to go, here's to having some fun at the old ballpark the rest of the way. And Aaron Hicks and the Twins had some fun last night. Their 6th walk-off win of the year. Hicks in the lineup out in right field for the Twins in the series finale between the Twins and the Detroit Tigers. Brad Ausmus saw his team lose in heartbreaking fashion after they nearly broke the hearts of the Twins, and then later saw the Royals lose in Kansas City. Here's the Menards batting order for Detroit. Ian Kinsler, followed by Torrey Hunter, Miguel Cabrera, Victor Martinez, J.D. Martinez, Nick Castellanos, Brian Holiday, Andrew Romine, and Rajay Davis.
And on the mound, it'll be Kyle Gibson. Let's look at the Mall of America scouting report. When Gibson has pitched well, what's he done? Attacks the strike zone with this sinker. A lot of ground ball outs when he gets that strike one, and believes in his stuff early on. Realizes he's not a strikeout pitcher. Hopefully he watched Rick Porcello go about his business last night. That's the type of pitcher that Kyle Gibson is. A contact type pitcher, get ground ball outs.
It'll be Kinsler, Hunter, and Cabrera here in the first inning. First pitch fouled away. Gibson's fourth start against the Tigers. And in a nutshell, what he's done against the Tigers is what he's done against everybody else. He's had one bad start, one awesome start, and then another one that was bad. Outside, 1-1. Focusing on the good one in Detroit in the middle of June. 7 innings, 5 hits, no runs. Got the win in that game. Gibson himself hasn't won since the middle of August in Houston. There's a pop-up behind first. Bauer, Dozier, Hicks, and it's Dozier with a basket catch in foul territory, one away. One down. The Northland Ford defense for the Twins. Again, the Twins going with a speedy outfield. Jordan Schaefer in left, Danny Santana in center, and Aaron Hicks in right. Bloof and Nunez and Dozier and Bauer, the infielders, with Suzuki again doing the catching. Quinn Walcott has plate duty tonight. Jim Joyce, Marvin Hudson, Corey Blazer on the bases. Torrey Hunter, the batter. Outside, ball one.
Yeah, Kyle Gibson over his last 5 starts, 0-2 in ERA at 7.92. Only 25 innings pitched. He's allowed 22 runs. So he wants to have better stuff here tonight. Finish the season strong, whether he has 2 more starts after this. Trying to win number 12 here. Rick Anderson, pitching coach, is looking on.
Fouled at the plate, 2-1. Tigers nearly did last night what they did the night before. A big late inning home run and steal a win from the Twins. Hunter hit one in the 9th inning here 2 nights ago. Castellanos hit one last night. This one hit to center, and it will carry out to Santana, who now has to come in and make the catch. 2 down. So the sinker baller, the ground ball pitcher, has a couple of fly ball outs here early on in the first inning. And our chase look at the playoffs. Baltimore clinched last night. Angels clinched the night before. And the Tigers, well I guess they could clinch early next week, would be the earliest they could clinch. They go to Kansas City after the game here tonight. They have an off day there tomorrow.
Yeah, they have a 1.5 lead over the Royals right now.
And the Royals are wrapping up their series with the White Sox tonight.
I talked about Gibson getting ground ball outs. Usually the first couple 2-3 innings for a sinker baller is you're going to get some fly ball outs. But when he gets to tire a little bit, that's when that sinker will hopefully sink a little bit more and get more outs on the ground.
Swing and a miss.
Good hard breaking ball there by Gibson. Kyle has 2 types of fastballs. A 4-seamer, pretty straight. That'll work the outer half of the plate, in on righties and on lefties. Then the sinker, slider, slow curveball, and a changeup.
The breaking ball hung up there, and Cabrera drives it hard to left.
Well, you could look at those last 2 breaking balls right there. One good one, one not so good, and Cabrera did not miss it. That's why he's such a good hitter. You just make a nasty pitch. Watch this 2 pitches ago. Watch his breaking ball. You see where it's at and how quick it breaks. And then Suzuki wanting the same one, but that kind of spun right there and hung. And Cabrera, it's a reason why he's a .320 career hitter. He does not miss pitches like that.
Victor Martinez, the designated hitter. Martinez with another multi-hit game last night. Seems hard to believe. You look at his numbers, but Martinez did not make the All-Star team this year.
Jose Altuve still leading in the batting race. Martinez second, 10 points behind. Altuve is hitting .343. Martinez at .333.
1-0 to Victor Martinez. And a fastball on the outside corner.
Now Victor, a 5-time All-Star, 4th season with the Tigers. Spent 8 seasons with the Cleveland Indians, starting in 2002, and then a couple seasons with the Boston Red Sox. There's the American League leaders in batting.
In the dirt, blocked by Suzuki.
Gibson coming off a start in game 1 of that doubleheader we had in Cleveland last Thursday. He pitched only 3 innings, gave up 7 runs, all earned. A couple of home runs hit off of him by the Indians. Twins lost that game 8-2.
Two and one. The Tiger DH. 3-1. JD Martinez on deck.
This is where you have to trust that 2-seamer down and away. Hopefully Martinez, well, if worst, he hits the ball the other way. But we have seen from Kyle Gibson, that's his out pitch, the sinker down and away to lefties. We'll see what Kurt Suzuki wants right here. You see the little spin of the finger, meaning a sinker, a 2-seam fastball away, and he misses low.
Now first and second, 2 down. Last night, J.D. Martinez hit his 23rd home run of the season, but more impressively, his 8th ninth-inning home run. And it nearly broke the hearts of Twins fans everywhere.
He knew it as soon as he hit it. He thought he got enough. That off of Glenn Perkins. You see the excitement of the Tigers. Martinez has been a big, big plus for that lineup. For the Tigers.
Picked off the waiver wire from the Houston Astros. Can only wonder what might have happened if the Astros had kept Martinez and put him in that young outfield that they've got with a lot of power. Check swing, ball 1.
Well, he went to spring training. He didn't have the best of spring, but he had some injuries the last couple years in the Astro organization. They ended up releasing him on the 22nd of March, and 2 days later, the Tigers, who had been following him quite closely, ended up signing him. He started down in AAA Toledo, hit very well down there, 10 home runs in 17 games, got called up, and he's been hitting ever since.
Jam shot dribbler foul. 1-1.
Gibson, 26 years old, in his 2nd season with the Twins. Not a lot of speed on the base paths.
There's no speed on the base paths.
Oh, come on, they have a little.
1-1. Bouncer to short and past Nunez into left center field. Cabrera lumbers around third. He'll score. And with 2 outs, the Tigers go single, walk single, and get the first run of the game.
And Martinez picking up RBI number 76 on the year.
Well, why you got perfect form, though? Why you like you a football player?
This Tiger ball club that can score some runs gives David Price an early 1-0 lead. Nunez tried to knock it down with 2 outs. He's off with a crack at the bat. And you see the little bit of speed right there as he scores the first run.
And now Castellanos. Missing inside. 19 pitches for Gibson, just 10 strikes. And a swing and a miss, 1-1.
Castellanos kept out of the ball game yesterday and fouled a ball off his foot a couple days ago. Having a very solid first year, full year for the Tigers.
Fouled away 1-2.
What's new? Torrey Hunter having some fun on the bench.
Mimicking Cabrera's running style.
Eye stepping.
1-2. Gibson to Castellanos. Breaking ball missing 2-2.
Castellanos only 22 years old, a September call-up last year. Now the third baseman for the Tigers.
Full count, and that will allow the runners now to take off early. Tigers always liked Castellanos, and when they signed Prince Fielder and put Miguel Cabrera over at third base, they made Castellanos an outfielder. And then when they did just the opposite, got rid of Fielder, moved Cabrera back to first, they brought him back into third base. Big pitch here for Gibson, 3-2. And a base hit to left center field. It'll score a run. And flying to third base is J.D. Martinez. He'll be held, and the Tigers have scored twice after the first two men were retired.
Castellanos picking up his 61st run batted in. Got a 3-2 fastball right there. And Martinez making it a 2-0 lead as he crosses home plate. And Rick Anderson out. Take a look at the pitch right there. Very hittable pitch, and Castellanos does not miss it. It's a good hitting ball club, hitting 277 as a club. It's the best in all of baseball.
And there's such a large margin. I mean, they're 24 points above the league average in terms of their team batting average.
Quick trip out to the mound for pitching coach Rick Anderson.
Brian Holiday catching his third straight game. Martinez, who's the only guy in this rally who didn't get a hit, he drew a walk. And he's come around to score. When Gibson matched up against Price back on April 22nd, he lasted, Gibson did, just 3 innings, 10 hits, 7 earned runs in St. Petersburg. That's a foul ball, and not by much. Oh boy, might have scored 2 more.
Dave Clark, the third base coach, looking at it very closely. Watch this ball right here. Does it cross the bag in fair territory? Nope.
1 strike to Holiday. Alex Avila still not 100%, has been dealing with concussion symptoms.